Hello and welcome. On today's show, we are going to do a choose your own pivot on It's Raining in Disney World. Hello and welcome. I am Lauren Williams from Magical Travel Adventure, and I am going to talk to you today about what happens when it's raining in Disney World and some options that you can do. I call this series Choose Your Own Pivot because planning a Disney vacation and actually going through and doing your Disney vacation are two totally different things. You can have the best laid plans ever, but then something like rain gets in the way. So, what can you do? So, getting all of my information is below. I am a travel agent. If you would like to use my services, they are free. You can reach out to me, and it's not just, I don't just help with your booking, I help you with plans, dining, all types of things. Whatever your needs are with planning your Disney World vacation, I can help you. I do all different types of vacations. I do Disney World, Universal, Disneyland, cruises, all-inclusive resorts, and regular hotel stays. So whatever you might need help with, you can reach out to me and we can plan your magical vacation. You can also subscribe if you like this video and hit that bell button. But let's get to it. So you've planned your Disney World vacation. You know exactly your plans, what you're gonna do, what rides, everything. And then it starts raining. And it's not like a little rain. It's not a light rain. It's a downpouring rain. Now you were just going to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train in Magic Kingdom, and now you can't go because the ride's closed because it's raining and they won't let you wait in line. So what are you going to do? Let's talk about our options. You always have options. You can, at this point, go back to your hotel and say, it's raining, it's done. Many people will do that. You can also run into a inside ride, or a ride at least that has a covered waiting area that is then inside. Something like Peter Pan, PhilharMagic, Winnie the Pooh. I'm thinking of rides around where Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is to help you out. Even The Little Mermaid. Or you can get some food or hop into one of the shops. Now, if you're all the way back at Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, it's probably going to be a little bit of a run to get all the way up to like Main Street and go into any of those shops. But you can go into some of the other shops. They're going to be crowded because everyone's going to be running into them if it's raining. Make sure if you have a stroller, you always have that stroller cover on. I try and just leave the stroller cover sort of on the stroller at all times and cover it when we park it, just in case. You never know what might happen. And then kind of lift it off when we're back in the stroller. So talking about these different options, I hardly ever say to go back to the hotel. It kind of depends. If you guys are done with your day, then you go back to the hotel. But I always try to find that inside ride that I could ride with my family. And there's a lot of different reasons. One is it's close by to where you are. You don't know how long this rain might last. It might last 10 minutes, it might last 20 minutes, it might last an hour. Even if you're waiting in line for 30 minutes and then riding the ride, you have a better chance of the rain being over. At least you're in a dry spot at that point and you're waiting to accomplish something like a ride. If you go into a shop just to shop, you could be over in 5 minutes and the rain might be another 45 minutes. If you can find some place to eat and you actually are hungry, that also might be nice because you are accomplishing something you already needed to do, like eat, during that time frame. So I always say though to pick a ride if possible, if it's not during your food time, and just kind of know. You kind of have to know the rides that are inside so you're not running from ride to ride that's closing. A lot of the rides close before the rain even happens. So just be aware of that also. Now let's talk about, you have been in line for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train for 45 minutes and then they say the ride is closed because of weather. What are you going to do? Besides being heartbroken that you already waited 45 minutes and now you are not going to ride the ride, your option is you just get out of line and move on to something else. The second thing is to ask a cast member as they have you get out of line how they can help you. Or you can stay waiting in line. Now, staying waiting in line is not always an option. Sometimes it's a safety issue because of the type of weather, so they don't always let you wait in the line. So just be aware of that. Sometimes they will make everyone leave the line. It's not an option. Even if you are about to board, even if you are next in line to get on, you don't know. If they tell you have to leave, you have to leave. It is what it is. They're following their rules. They have to be safe. So in this situation, I would always, always, always find a cast member when you are leaving this ride. And I say this because sometimes they can give you a return time to come to this ride. Sometimes they can offer you, a fast pass to another ride instead, and you can come back and wait in this line again. But at the current time, you could go ride something else. It kind of depends. It's not, there's no set rule that says you have to get a fast pass to return to this ride, especially Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, but they might give you something. It never hurts to ask. Always ask a cast member if there is something that they can do, or if there is something that they suggest that you do so that you can ride this ride if and when it does open. If the ride is broken down, there is no guarantee that it is going to open again that day. So sometimes they do not offer any type of fast pass for that ride. They will only offer it for other rides because there's no guarantee that something will happen for that ride. Rise of the Resistance is a big one. They will not offer you, currently, they do not offer you a time to return. You either got to ride the ride and there were malfunctions during it, or that's it. So just be aware of those types of things. Now, for our last part, it is raining, and it has been raining all day, and it's your only day at Magic Kingdom. Now, what are you going to do? It's like 4 o'clock, and you're all wet. Are you going to buy dry stuff and a poncho and just keep going? Are you going to go back to your hotel room and change and come back? Or are you going to try and enjoy 1 or 2 more things and then go back to the hotel? Now with these options, it kind of depends on your situation. I have a young child, so having him be in wet clothes is probably not an option for him, so I would always have extra clothes for him typically with me. But if it's been raining all day, I might be out of dry clothes. So I might decide that yes, we're going to go back to the hotel and change. Now understand that depending on where you're staying, this could be a 2-hour process. Getting back to your hotel, changing, getting back to the Magic Kingdom, and getting back into rides. So understand if it's 4 o'clock, now it's 6 o'clock, and all you've done is changed clothes. You also could just try and stick it out for like another 2 hours and then leave and just be done with the day and say, we got in what we got in. I can't believe I'm even saying this because I am the cost saving person, but I really do suggest that you just buy new clothes and a poncho and keep going. They sell socks, they sell shoes, they sell all different types of merchandise. I say if that's your one day, of course you don't want to spend $200 on merchandise that you might only wear that day, but you know what? That's your one day. You got to enjoy it. These unexpected costs are going to come up on any vacation. And when you're on vacation, you just want the fastest, easiest choice. And the fastest, easiest choice in this case is just to buy a bunch of new stuff, wear it, and be dry, and be happy, and keep going. They sell a lot of these Croc type shoes at Disney World, which are not my thing, but hey, they're perfect in the rain. So you might as well buy them, live it up, enjoy it, quickly change in one of the bathrooms or a companion bathroom, and be done with it, and keep going. And just, maybe you'll wear that stuff proudly every day after that because you spent your money, you had a great day, you had some magical time because the parks weren't as busy because it was raining that much that people were just done. So you have to take in all these considerations. The biggest thing that I will say with rain is it's going to happen. Typically in Florida, especially in the summer, but really anytime, it's going to rain at some point. It normally doesn't rain for a whole day, but sometimes in the winter it does. It's just like everywhere else. You can't predict the weather all the time. But you can be prepared. You could bring a poncho, you could bring an umbrella, you could bring an umbrella, a stroller cover for your stroller, all those types of things. There are lockers available at the front of the park, so you could bring like full changes of clothes, throw it in a locker for the day, and then if you needed to change, you could. All these are different types of options that you could do. Just be aware that it's going to rain most likely at some point during your trip, and it's going to change how any of your plans that you might have. So you just have to have some like backup ideas in your mind so that you can still enjoy your trip and not feel like you've lost out on all this stuff. So if you have more questions or any comments about what you suggest to do in the rain, please leave them below. I would love it if you hit that subscribe and bell button so you can know when we get new shows out. And I'd love to hear from you. What kind of videos do you want me to tell you about pivoting? What do you need help with? What type of situation? So that I can make videos that are going to help your Disney World trip better. And of course, if you would like to use my service, I am a travel agent. My information is below, or you can email me at lauren@magicalwonderlessadventures.com. And I would love to help plan your magical vacation.